Hi everybody, Andy Nelson. So the internet has brought some fantastic benefits over the last 25 plus years. It's also brought some problems as well. And one of those problems is the ease with which you can run yourself into legal liability for infringing on somebody else's rights. It's just too easy. Control C, Control V, you just copied something mindlessly. Next thing you know, you got a lawsuit or a cease and desist letter. This happens especially in the arena of photographs. Photographs are protected by copyright. And people, look, in this, with social media, etc., and memes, people are flipping photos around all the time without even thinking about the consequences of it. Copyright can really lead to some serious damage if you get caught up in a lawsuit. You don't want to be there, because if you're on the other end of one and someone has a valid copyright, you are pretty much stuck. You are pretty much stuck. So, a couple ways where you can avoid infringement. One, to the extent you can't, create your own photos. And I mean you, not somebody else that's doing something with you, but you. So you know where your photographs are coming from. With phones nowadays, and even the cameras you can buy, which are not particularly expensive, you can create some great professional photos and add all sorts of features with all the apps that exist out there. Create your own. If you don't want to create your own, you can't, and you hire somebody to do it, W-2 employee, you will likely own those photos, so you could do that. Or if you're going to use an outside party that's not an actual employee, potentially, yes, but you got to make sure you have the right paperwork. It's outside the scope of this video, but if you have the right paperwork, then you can own those photographs. But make sure you know where your employee or your independent contractor gets their photos. Make sure you keep good controls so you don't, get something that they just nabbed from somewhere else. Next thing you know, you're in trouble anyway. 3, if you have to, you can buy photographs or get them potentially from a royalty-free site. But be careful about those. Some of the bigger names, they will maybe back their product if they don't really have the rights, because they do goof at times. But I'd hate to be chasing that. If they do make a mistake, they might push back. And if it's a royalty-free site, and I've had this happen before, where someone downloaded something from a royalty-free site in Europe somewhere, there's no recourse. You're stuck. So be very careful. That would be a last resort for me. Anyway, so those are just a few easy ways. Yeah, there's a little more effort involved, but greater peace of mind as you move forward, that you're not going to get surprised. Because believe me, I've represented plenty of clients who get surprised with this. And it's not always that they did something wrong. Sometimes they say, hey, I downloaded these photographs just to test my site internally, and I didn't think it was public facing, and then I got my final pages done. Somehow they saw it. I don't know how that happened. Sometimes it's very innocent, but man, it can cause some serious liability. You don't want to be there. Avoid it at all costs. It's just not worth it. And you don't want to run into some buzzsaw before you really get going in your entrepreneurial venture. Okay, let's avoid that. Anyway, if you have any questions about this video, or if you have any questions about some of the stories I've seen, I'd be happy to elaborate. Shoot me a message. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.